Hello class, this is our first video for just some flipped classroom teaching method. This is on Unit 4, Note 7 on percents. So this is going to be your homework. You're going to watch this video, write down everything that I'm doing, and then you'll turn this in. So today our learning target is that we can solve percent problems. So just kind of reading off what we have here. So a percent is a ratio that compares a number to 100. We can write a percent as a fraction, as a decimal, or as a number followed by a percent symbol. So for example, if we wanted to write 40%, we would write that as 40 over 100, 0.4, or 40%. So to solve the following kind of problems, we're going to use this verbal model to help us write out a percent equation. So our verbal model is we have some number being compared to a base, and this is equal to percent times base number. So the labels, we're going to say that the number compared to base is going to be our A value, and notice that this is in the same units as B. And then our percent is whatever percent they give us or that they don't give us, and this is going to be P over 100. Right? So this will have no units. And then we have our base number, which is equal to B, and we have assigned units. So the algebraic model for this kind of verbal model here is A is equal to P over 100 times B. So the base number is the number that is being compared to in any percent equation. So we'll go through about 3 examples, one of each different kind of example, and then we'll see where we go from there. So just for our first example, so the first example we'll do is the number that we're comparing, so number compared to, which is our A value, is unknown. Alright, so what does a problem like this look like? We have what is 30% of 70 feet. And this is what an example of a problem like that would look like. So just pointing out our key kind of things here, we have 30%, so this is our percent, or going to be our P, and then we have 70 feet, and this is going to be our base number, is our base. Alright, so we don't know A in our algebraic model, as stated above, is A equals P times B. Alright, so we have A is equal to, we don't know what A is, and our P is going to be, we said 30%, so we can write this as a fraction, so 30 over 100. We can also write this as a decimal, and I'm going to use it in the decimal form. So we have 0.3, or A is equal to 0.3 times 70, and if you were to do this math, you get 21. So the answer is going to be 21 feet is 30% of 70 feet. So that's one kind of example or one kind of problem that we usually see dealing with percents. So kind of going through yet another example. Let's see here. Our second type is going to be when the base number is unknown. When base number, and remember our base number is B, is unknown. Alright, so an example or a kind of problem that would look like this is we have $14 is 25% of what amount? If you're having trouble setting up this equation, look at some keywords here. We know that this is obviously going to be our percent, 25. Look at this is. We learned back in unit, it was either 1 or 2 when we were creating equations or algebraic expressions or equations, that this is a keyword for an equal sign. So our $14 is going to be our A. It's the number we're comparing it to. So once again, the algebraic model is A is equal to P times B. So just quickly over here, 25%, we can write that as 25 over 100. Which is equal to 1 over 4. Alright, so using our algebraic model here, we have 14 is equal to, our percent is 1 over 4, and this is times B. So we're solving for B, so if we're dividing by 4, here, because technically we have b over 4, we're going to multiply by 4 on both sides. So when we do that, we have b is equal to 56. So this is our b value. So our answer is going to be $14 is 25% of $56. Alright, and so then the third kind of example here is our percent is unknown. So what does a problem like this look like? So we have 135 and 35 is what percent of 27? Notice keyword here once again is. We're going to have some sort of equal sign here. So we know that our a value is going to be this 135. We don't know our p value. We're not sure. We know it's going to be some number over 100. And our b value is equal to 27. So then using this in our algebraic model, a is equal to p times b. We have 135 is equal to, we have p over 100 for our percent, and our b value is 27. So we have 27 over 1. Alright, so just doing a little math here, we're multiplying fractions together, so we're going to multiply across. So we have 135 is equal to p times 27 gives us 27p, and then we have 100 times 1. So then solving for our p value here, we're going to multiply by 100 on both sides because we're dividing by 100. So multiply by 100, that gives us 13,500 is equal to 27p. And then notice the inverse operation of multiplying by 27 is dividing by 27. So when we divide by 27, we're going to get p is equal to 500. So the answer is going to be 135 is 500% of 27. Alright, so located at the bottom of your note sheet, you'll notice that we do have a summary of the 3 types of percent problems and what you need to do with it and which example goes with which. So we may have a couple questions on this. If you have any questions about this in class tomorrow, we can go over those. If not, have a good night.